hard work that we're going to try to do to minimize the impact cannot be kept. So I'm prepared to vote yes on this measure. I don't like it, but I don't, at the junction tonight, this is what it feels like when you're down against hard numbers on the budget. This is where I sat 15 years ago before we had reserves that allow us some flexibility. This is what it feels like. This is people in tears, programs being cut, children not
Proposing this program result in more children being mainstreamed back to a situation that did not work for them in the first place, a system that, by design, cannot effectively address the specific needs of these children. In the small class setting that Nexus provides, my students receive the individual attention, personal guidance, and consistent structure they need to succeed in school. Disabling this program takes our district backwards. It's a short-term fix that will have long-lasting consequences for these students.
And that was that I have some of the very same students that I had at Sinaloa who are now at Marin Oaks. So I've seen them as 8th graders and I see them now at Marin Oaks. And the students that I see at Marin Oaks, for me at Sinaloa, I had a class of 28 to 32. It's a big class. And these kids were the ones who were one of two things. They could be a discipline problem, a behavior problem. And if it was that, I would have to send them outside of the classroom or send them to the office. And either way, they're not in the classroom getting their education. And the second type of student, and I think this is even sadder, would be the student who was under the radar and could hide from me because I was dealing with the other 28. And they would maybe not understand what I was talking about, but be scared to raise their hand and ask the question. And they could also get past me too because I'm doing 27 other things. And so when I got to Marin Oaks, I met some of these kids who I didn't even remember having as an 8th grade teacher, and that's horrible. But they were so under the radar that I never talked to them. And I see them now, and they're flourishing under this attention that we can give them.
I'm here to bring the recommendations for the 2018-19 budget solutions. And before we kind of go into the role of the committee and the committee's work and their recommendations, I did want to hit on the three root causes that have taken our budget out of balance over the last few years. The first is slowing state revenues. So when LCFF was implemented in 2013-14, for a few years we were seeing relative for schools large increases over that period of time, and those have slowed dramatically. The second is the state-imposed pension rates. As we've talked about many times before at the board meeting.
We are here for the students of Novato, all students. Let's take the 2018 and 2019 school year to work together to find an acceptable solution for this Nexus students.